That's where the water's at. All right, so the problem is this fan. So when that thermostat tells this fan to come on, this comes on, it opens this door, it forces air into the box. It's like a little turbo. So I noticed the other day that it wasn't running real well and it was throwing out a little bit here. Now, this thing's been on here since I bought it, so it's been a good one. But here's the replacement. Now, if you look, he's like, well, Jay, that don't look the same. No, because this part right here is an add-on option that I put on that is a solenoid. It is a 60 hertz heavy duty solenoid. So when the when this thing tells this thing to come on, it actually activates this solenoid. This solenoid opens, it opens the door so it gets fresh air. The problem was when this wasn't on here and it cut off, the fire still sucked air through that, all right? And it would still burn, burn more than it needed to. So I needed to snuff it out or it would just smolder. So put this plate on here, welded that hinge on there, put a disc there, put that. There you go, copacetic. So I'm going to take this off first and put that on this. And then I'm going to unbolt this from the flange and then bolt it. And then I'm going to do the wiring. I'm not going to undo the wiring and let the wiring hang and then put it back. I'm going to take this off, put it on the new blower, unbolt the old blower from the box, bolt the new blower to the box, and then I'm going to do my wire connections. So actually, the water stove is holding it. Y'all hear them crows? So we're going to do it together. So I'm going to take this off. All right. It's just a piece of plate. And make sure you got to clock it the right way. Put it on there backwards. I will unhook these wires because I know where they go. So black's at the top, white's at the bottom. You hear that hawk? So this goes on there like that. So I'm gonna put that on there. It's supposed to be 60 degrees today. $60 degrees. All right, that's on there. All right, that's the new one. So I'm gonna hook this one up here. So what'd I say? Black to the top, white to the bottom. All right, I'm gonna set that right there. Oh, that's killing my old knees. All right, all right, all right, all right. Well, y'all gonna have to hang tight. I gotta go get, I forgot, when I put this on here, I put double nuts on the back, so I gotta go get a wrench. I'll be right back, so don't go nowhere. Y'all hang tight. Hang tight. I'll ride them back. So it's a 7/16. So it's righty tighty, lefty loosey, and I'm backwards. So I need to go the opposite way. I was gonna need a wrench anyway, because there's no way that I could have got to that one. So remember the other day, what kind of nut is that? A nylon lock nut. I got a box right there so I don't lose nothing. So I said, where'd that water come from? I wish y'all could see better. I got that one. Let's get this one. I could move the camera over there, but I don't know if that would do any better. Probably not. I'll show you when I get this off. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I turned the power off. The power's turned off at the main breaker. I forgot to say that in the beginning. There's my helper, Hawkins. Hawkins, where's Hollywood? Oh, it's me. There's Hollywood. I know this is not exciting as normal, or the craziness that goes on around here, but this is just preventive maintenance. Well, because the blower's not out, but it's going to go out. So instead of it going out and then I'm not having no fan, it's gonna make me lay down on the ground. Instead of this thing going out and then me have to get a replacement. It's not like I can go up to the hardware and get one of these things. I mean, heck, I can't even go up to the hardware and get a daggone belt for an 86 Silverado pickup truck. I have to order it. So I know one thing. I got to come out this coat. I didn't watch the Now, that thing forces air up into there. Now we're going to just take this cover off. All right, I'm gonna show you. I know this ain't exciting. All right, so I'm going to take this cover off, and then I'm going to match the wires. I'm gonna jump this onto this, and then I'm gonna take this off, knock that hole out, put that hole in there, put it back, and then we'll say we'll be good as go. All right. All right. Oh, birds are talking. All right. Clean up these ends. All right, do black to black. All right, this one's got three whites because of the power of the switch, so gotta make sure we do all that. So that white right there, I'm gonna need those two wires. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook the black up. With these electric wing nuts. And I'm gonna hook up I'm gonna hook this white up, and then I gotta hook up that third leg. I'm good, Benz. How are you, buddy? All right. So now we gotta take this out. We're gonna take this flex loom. We're gonna hook the ground. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna hook the ground. All right, so there's the white, there's the black, and there's the ground. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to here's the old one. It's my water stove, yep. So this blower motor was giving me a fit, so we're replacing it. So since it's out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and bolt it back up so this can act as a third arm. When you work by yourself, I ain't got but two hands, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this back up here, and this is gonna act like a third arm and hold it for me. And then I'll finish wiring it up. All right. So, put the 7/16 bolts back in the flange, put the flat washer, put the lock washer, and the nylon lock nut that we talked about. That's that one. All right, let's put the other one on. Don't tighten it all the way, because if you tighten it all the way, you're not gonna be able to spin it. So we put the other one back, put the bolt, flat washer, lock washer, nylon lock nut, I gotta fix that. Hold on a second. If I don't fix that, the thing's gonna hit us. Y'all hang tight. There we go. All right, so I got that one. I got one more on the bottom. Put that one on. I know good and well that I put, I swear, man, I tell you, there's gremlins out here. I put every one of those washers, every bit of that stuff in this box, and I'm missing a flat washer and a lock washer. Just that quick, gremlins. All right, so that's that. All right, so now I have to take this and I have to take that wire and put it in that housing, the new housing. So I have to knock this one out, this side right here. It don't take much. I will say be careful with the edges because they are sharp. If you got tender fingers, it's gonna get you. So just knock the disc out, take the lock nut, stick all them wires back through there. Take this lock nut. It's 12 o'clock on Sunday here in the United States. Take this right here, run it back down, put on the back side. I'll show you when put the lock nut on it so the wires don't get pulled. All right, once you do that, take your screwdriver, your Phillips, and tighten up the clamp that's around it, like so. Now, that's loose, so I can get to it, all right? So now, what wires do we have to hook up? The two white wires, or we have to hook up. We have to hook up the 3 white wires so it gets power from the switch. And we have to hook up the black wires as well. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of those. We're just doing everything in reverse order, all right? Then the ground is this one right here. It goes, that ground goes right back to the case. Grounds. Me and Bill on a budget was talking about it last night. Grounds. If you don't have your grounds, your electrical is gonna go crazy because you gotta have grounds. You gotta have grounds. ground's there. Phew. That's rough on old J-Daw's legs. Clock it back where it needs to clock. Get my 7/16 wrench. And tighten everything back. We're about to fire this baby up, boys and girls. Now somebody might ask, do I need a gasket in between those two places? If you wanted to, I guess you could, but it's such a tight seal. I've never had it. I mean, you could if you wanted to put some silicone in between it, but I've never had no issue. Somebody's playing some music. All right, let's get back down on the ground. America what? I'm in the United States. All right, boys. All right. So before we get all happy and gonna want to flip the power switch, let's make sure everything's good, right? We got these two up here, they're good. These down here are good. Those are good. That was factory. That's that. Let's turn this thing all the way off and let's go over here and turn the power on, and then I'll come back and I'll show you. All right, the power's back on. I don't know if y'all can hear that. That pump's running. Now, I have the thermostat turned all, I took the cover off so you could see it. The thermostat is turned all the way down. See that nipple? It's all the way down. But, and the water is roughly 200 degrees, right? But let's just say that I have this thermostat wired up and set where if the water gets at 160, if the water drops through this pipe that's touching this sensor, if it drops, ooh, that's warm. If that drops below 160, it will activate the thermocouple switch in this. Therefore, it will complete the voltage like a switch, like a light switch. It will run down to this motor, this electric motor. It will activate that. Therefore, that will run to here. It will activate this. It will open that, and the blower will come on. So, let's turn this to make it think that the temperature dropped and see if the fan works. Moment of truth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So she's working. Now, I didn't put a lot of wood in this thing last night. Oh, all right, see? It's blowing. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right? So now, let's make it think that it's reached its temperature. and it cuts off. What's up, Jonathan? So originally, here's the old one. Here's the old one, all right? And originally, when I bought this water stove, it did not have a cover over the fan. So when the fan went out, it would still suck air like a backdraft, and it would keep burning the wood. Well, I wanted to try to snuff it out. So like I said, I took a piece of plate, I radiused it to fit this. I cut a disc out. Actually, I cut a disc out. Just got an old cabinet hinge, welded the cabinet hinge to this disc, welded to this plate, bought this solenoid right here with this lever, with this chain. I put a tab on that right there. I put that piece of, I don't know why I put that piece of plastic on there. I wired this into the motor, so when the thermostat says, hey, we need to turn on the blower to force induction like a turbo, that flap is activated as well. See, watch. See? Power goes to that, power goes to that. It activates that chain pulls up, and she is running, boys and girls. She is running. So now I'll put pool noodles back on everything, but I don't need. See, the water is, that's 90, 95, 200, so it's 200. So that's how that works. Now, since it's not raining and cold, I'll show you. So the other day somebody was asking me, this is my domestic water, okay? It runs in, it goes into that barrel, goes through the barrel, comes out of the barrel. This stuff is corrosive, man. I mean, it takes a beating. That right there looks like if you put a wrench on it, it will break. So probably this summer, I'll probably come in here and redo that. Woo, she's rough. Then it comes through here, right here, you can see this is my thermostat. Right here, my mixing valve, you got cold water on this side, hot water on this side. So the water on this side is the same temperature as this, so it's 200 degrees. So 200 degree water comes through the mixing valve. This cold valve lets water come in. It only lets so much mix, and it's 120 degrees going to my shop, or going to my house and my shop. So the water runs through here and runs back down in the ground all the way to the house. This right here, this line right here is just a discharge line. If I need to flush the tank, I can turn the water off going to the house and turn on the water here and just flush it out here. All right. These are the returns. So the returns come in the bottom. This is the shop, that's the house. This is a drain. And we'll go from there. Oh, I told y'all wrong the other day. This, I told y'all this was a circulator. It is a circulator pump, but you see it's not hooked up. This circulator pump right here is for, I'm hopeful to get this hooked up this spring. I have four solar water panels, and they are roughly 40,000 BTUs per panel. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 160,000. I got 160,000 BTUs of sun. So in the summer, I am going to not burn so much wood, but I'm going to burn trash. I'm going to send water through these and use the big old sun in the sky to heat my water. So I'm hoping that we can get that plumbed up before it gets too blistering hot. So that's that. I hope, so let's just recap. I turned the power off, right? Right? So basically, it's not really that complicated, right? You just have two wires. You have a black wire, a white wire. You just match the black wire and the white wire with the other white wire that's in the main harness. And then this is your ground pin. And that's pretty much it. And then she works, all right? So I want y'all to look. They calling for snow. Look at it coming. Look at it. The rains are coming. Yeah, boy, look. Jay come out here just in time. All right. Now, Jonathan, I'm gonna show you something else. Where I live, I can't get service, right? I can't get service. I just live in a bowl, right? I live in a bowl. So, you know what old J Dog done? Jay put up his own tower. That's a 125-foot tower. Look, I put that son of a gun up, put a concrete block in the ground. That block right there is 4 foot deep, 5 foot wide. It's 4 foot wide, it's 5 foot deep. It's 5 foot deep, 4 foot wide, and 3 foot across. So it's 5 by 3 by 4 of a concrete block. And then I put this 125-foot tower up. No, it's not Starlink. And right there, that's how I have service. Yeah. You know what I say? Fuck around and find out. Yeah. That's how. So when the storm comes and it's really bad, that's why I lose service, because I am bouncing that off the satellite. Yeah. So let me get my tools up. I'm gonna run to the parts store and get that other belt for the power steering pump, and I'm gonna delete some of the hoses. And I gotta do some chores. I gotta wash some clothes. I gotta wash my underwear. You know, today's clothes day. Today's washing powder day. So I gotta wash all my clothes and do all that. So I appreciate every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions about this, drop it back down in the comment. I'll answer, because I done every bit of this. I installed every bit of this, everything. Oh yeah, the rains are coming. Y'all see how dark it done got? Jay got to go. I appreciate you, boys and girls. Remember I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.